This is Jackie, and I'm here with Coin on day 3 of Bonnaroo. You guys have already played. The hard stuff's over, right? Now you're just going to enjoy yourself?
Yeah.
What sets are you excited to see?
We're going to try to see Bad Sons and maybe Chance the Rapper.
Yeah. Definitely Future Islands, yeah.
A little bit of everything. You guys are from Nashville. It's such a very heavily music-saturated city. How do you make sure that you stand out in the crowd?
Go for it.
I'm not sure exactly. I think that when we started the band, we realized that it was just a lot of country music and then a lot of kind of like garage rock and blues rock. So I think just a few years ago when we started just playing anything and seeing people get excited about like a different style was really interesting.
What are some of your favorite live venues in Nashville?
I think the Ryman takes it. Yeah, the Ryman.
That seems to be a popular one.
Then for a grungy one, The End.
The End.
So describe the writing process on your recent release, How You Know If You Never Try. What is your writing process like?
Joseph and I spent 3 months in LA writing with, pop writers or just like different outside sources, and then we took the songs back and wrote with the band and kind of spun them through our lens. And that was for like half the album, and then the other half we went to a cabin in North Carolina and locked ourselves away and wrote the other half as a band. So it was like 2 different schools of thought, and those songs kind of come together, and you can kind of tell maybe which ones we wrote as a band and which ones we wrote with like outside people, and but collectively it's all uniquely us.
And sort of some of the songs deal with social anxiety. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I'm just I think I'm experiencing it right now. No, I'm just kidding. No, you're fine. Yeah, I think I think maybe everyone can relate to being alone in a crowded place, and I think I try to provide commentary on at least my journey with that.
Speaking of a crowded place, how do you go about choosing your set list for Bonnaroo?
Short and sweet. I don't know.
Yeah. We haven't had quite as much time as we've had on like our recent headlining tour. It's our first one ever, so I think we've gotten kind of comfortable and excited about that. So it's almost fun in a way to do it without without very much preparation.
Do you guys prefer these outdoor festivals or more intimate club gigs?
Well, we've done more like intimate shows recently, or like club gigs, obviously. So I think we're more used to that. So maybe that's what, not necessarily.
What kind of mindset we're in.
That's true. Yeah, I think we're definitely in the midst of like a club tour, and we're definitely in club tour zone. So it's weird to break from that and come and play in that big of a stage, and you just kind of have to rewire yourself and recalibrate for that stage and that size of a crowd too.
And promotion is definitely important. What social media platforms do you guys prefer to promote yourselves?
We use Twitter a lot. Yeah, Twitter and Instagram, but we use Twitter a lot. Yeah.
What role do streaming sites like SoundCloud and Spotify have in your band?
SoundCloud never really connected with our listeners, but Spotify has opened our music up to millions of people that potentially would have never known about us prior, with playlisting and related artists, and we're eternally grateful for a streaming service and platform like Spotify. We would be not here today on this giant stage if it weren't for Spotify.
Speaking of this giant stage, what's up next for you guys after Bonnaroo?
More touring in the fall, and
Finishing this tour.
We're in the midst of our first ever headlining tour, and then a new album. Yeah.
Well, stay tuned for much more from Coin. This is Jackie. Thanks to Chorus FM and One Avenue.